are. Are you an August Virgo or a September Virgo?
September.
Wow. Okay. Well, this episode is over.
Are you August?
Yeah. No.
That's okay. I'm dating one.
Okay, good. I'm married to a September Virgo.
See, we find each other and we fight a lot.
I just say everything about him that I don't like is because he's close to the Libra cusp, and everything about me that he doesn't like is because I'm close to the Leo cusp.
Everything I don't like about him is his fault, and everything he doesn't like about me is wrong. That's how I feel.
Okay, also correct, also accurate. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Reality Is. As always, it's Noor, and I'm so excited. I'm here with a friend of mine, a friend from Threads. It's Remy Kassimir, host of the How Come podcast, and we've been having a chat about Love Island, and I was like, we should get on and talk because lives were changed last night.
Yeah. First of all, honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me. This is the most exciting part of my day.
I
literally
love that.
No, like, you know how difficult it is to do hump days normally when there's no episode, but now, like, with the cliffhanger of part 2, I'm like, what am I gonna do? And like, it's this. We're just gonna talk about it until the next episode's here.
Yeah. Luckily for me, I am behind. I thought that I was only like a week behind on Love Island UK. It turns out I'm a good 10 episodes behind on Love Island UK. And that's with me skipping over the Unseen Bits episodes and the and like the talk show or whatever, like the after show.
Okay, so you know how I said that you're gonna love the Ferrero Rocher part, or Ferrero Rocher? It's in Unseen Bits.
Okay, but I did look it up.
Okay,
I looked it up.
Isn't it cute?
It was. God, Lorenzo.
Do you hate him? Do you love him?
I love
How do you
him.
feel? Okay, great.
Oh my God, I love him, and I hate myself for loving him because I would absolutely get destroyed by this man in my early 20s.
I would fold like a lawn chair.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I very early on, everybody was hating him so much, and I was like, like, I feel the same way that I felt about Rob. When I was like, okay, there's the toxic man with dark hair and blue eyes, and I can't stop obsessing over him. And the internet is telling me that my frontal lobe hasn't developed yet. And like, the Lorenzo of it all is really just hammering home that that's still true.
You know what it is? Okay, guys, today we're going to talk about Love Island USA mostly, but I'm so excited to talk to somebody else about Love Island UK since starting Love Island UK. Literally, it's been like 10 days. But the thing about Lorenzo is that if you listen to the rest of the guys talk, he seems to be, him and like Samraj seem to be the only ones with like half a brain cell. Like Lorenzo from time to time will drop like something really intelligent, and he's also so like cool about it. Like he is as cool as like Jasmine is with the girls, you know, like
totally.
And those two should be together.
You think?
I do, but also I think like I just think their chemistry would be incredible because they're both so hot and so cool.
Totally. I don't know. Like they would definitely keep each other on each other's toes. But, and maybe it's just because in the beginning, Jasmine was very, like, she didn't understand his perspective. So when he would say like, oh, you're like a hot bitch, or like, I think you're promiscuous, and she'd be like, whoa, don't call me a bitch, don't call me promiscuous. And he's like, well, I just mean like a hot girl. And he's like, okay, maybe I don't know the definition of promiscuous. Like, she is so for women that she's like, whoa, you're not saying this, not to me, not on this show or whatever. And I was like, yes. And also, like, I live there too, but like, sometimes they didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Like, so if he says I didn't know the meaning of the word, like, let's just let it go.
Yeah, and that's so funny because I did just say he's like smart, maybe a little bit. Okay, so I'm on Love Island UK. I'm on episode 21.
What I will say, he might be like educated, but not that smart. You know what I mean? You know, like, I grew up with like a lot of private school people that like they can tell you about Dante's Inferno, but do they really know what it means? No.
Yeah, like
know,
they don't they don't understand like analogies, like they're
yeah.
very literal people. Yeah. I could hear that. So I'm on episode 21 so far on Love Island UK in my journey. It's by the way the first time I've ever watched UK. I'm having
the time
of my life.
Whoa.
I'm so happy. What happened is that I was on medical leave for like 6 weeks, and so I watched a lot of television. Then I was so excited to watch Love Island USA, and then I started like I just got like a bedtime routine to like watch smooth brain television, as we like to call it. And so I was
like Coco Melon for adults.
Yes. I was
like the colors.
Yes. I was like, I need more. And then, so I started Love Island UK finally. And I'm just like so happy. I also just like love the accents. I love all of these characters. All the men are like Aiden and Kevin are just like the weirdest looking dudes ever. And they're such pests.
The
and
helmet hair is, I can't keep my eyes off of it. And the turkey teeth. Yeah.
Oh my God. The teeth are crazy. And like just the fact that they think they're being so sly. Like this episode that I'm on right now so far, here's where we're standing. I think they did the bombshell sleepover. Ope and Victoria and Robin were dumped from the villa. George left the villa. And then now we're at Jasmine and Cav, Aiden and Mibs. But Mibs has kind of been trying to dead it because Aiden just went
awful.
and like because he's awful. He's like, hey, Tiny Tina, you little what would you call her? Like a little rocket, like
pocket rocket
or whatever.
Yeah, pocket rocket's a very common phrase over there.
So he's like, oh, have you seen The Hideaway? And she's like, no. Are you gonna try to kiss me here? And he's like, yes. And she's like, I'm not doing that.
I would never ask for a kiss from every single girl on this show.
So yeah.
Yeah, I first of all can't believe this is your first UK season. What a joy. I used to have a podcast called We Really Love Island, which was to convince Americans to watch UK, and it was like a watch with me podcast, and we did season 1 and season 2. And highly recommend those seasons because they used to be able to smoke cigarettes and they used to be able to drink, and we used to be able to see nipples and balls, and it was crazy. It was crazy TV. But it's also like just such a, you're right with the accents. Like in season 1, there's a couple and they're sitting there and he goes, I love your accent. It's so fucking fit. And she goes, I love your accent. It's so fucking fit. Like it's my favorite thing.
Well, this episode, I'm only halfway through, but we've already, I think it went from last episode to this one is when Ellie and Tommy got into it. And she is done with him. She's now talking
to my dick.
My dick. She's like, Tommy's a dickhead.
He's a dickhead. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
But also the fact that these boys think, like, you're watching it for the first time. You're like, okay, it's crazy that they think they can get away with this.
Yeah.
But also, it has been going for what, like 17 seasons? Like even more, how do they think they're going to get away with this? Like there's cameras everywhere. It's kind of like Corbin when he looked down and he like realized there was like a microphone there. But like they have never
oh my God,
noticed or cared.
No, and it's so funny. Like Corbin really cracked me up last night being like, wow, it's crystal clear and they got us all in 4K. Corbin. Carmen, I know. Hello. What are you doing?
Literally, there was a man from production who walked through the set. You know, this is a show, right? Like,
who do you think you're talking to when you go into the confessionals? Like, what do you think you're doing?
He thinks he is, it's like AI educating AI. You know, like he's like this is when the computers plug in and exchange information.
yeah, exactly. It's like Claude talking to Chat GPT or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I really love UK so far. I am having a really good time. And the thing that I will say that I'm loving about UK that we don't get in USA, and I don't know if you could tell me if UK is always like this. I love that they are swapping up partners left and right in the UK. They're like, yeah, I'm with, Priya's like, I'm with Lorenzo, but I think I want to try to explore some Raja. And they had like a kissing competition and everybody was like, Priya's the worst kisser in the world. And she's like,
Priya.
poor Priya. Priya's like, okay, so I guess I'll just go back to kissing like the Indian guy because I feel like he'll be nice to me because I'm half
Sammy
Indian.
Raj. How do you feel about Sammy Raj?
I love Samraj. He's so
no, but
hot.
the name.
Oh, I
Sammy
don't like
Raj.
Sammy Raj. I don't
Right?
like Sammy Raj. Yeah,
Like,
no.
Also, I didn't realize until this season that Priya is short for Priyanka. I have friends that have always been Priya, and I have friends that have always been Priyanka. The two have never.
Sometimes it is just Priya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's just Kate and not Catherine.
Yes, correct.
Because somebody said, I think it was Lorenzo being like, Priyanka, like, what are you, whatever. And I was like, wait.
I know. And I kind of like, I'm happy USA is like very diverse this season. But it is also really fun to see the different shades of white that you get in UK. It's just really amazing. Like Tina came on and I was like, Tina, what are you?
What is
like,
that?
She's Persian apparently, but I was like, but that's not your natural skin color. Like that is Jersey. That's 2003 Jersey Shore.
No, that is Ross by accident in the spray tan booth in Friends. Remember that? Yes. That is the shade. It's like you just keep getting sprayed and being like, fuck, no. And then you just keep getting sprayed. That's what that shade is.
Yeah. And like, I don't know what Jasmine's background is, but I'm just like amazed by her. I think she's such a magical person. Like, she is to me, Maddie from Euphoria. Like, she's just literally incredible.
Yeah, I love her.
Oh, I want her by my side. I want her to just like yell at men. And that's the other thing I love about UK. I love that all the women are just always yelling at the men. It's so good.
I will say, this is my one hot take about Jasmine that, we'll see if it's true. Okay. I do think she still wants Lorenzo. I think that the door is very much open to him, but she's embarrassed because of like, he didn't pursue her in the beginning. Like he gave her like nothing. And then she was like, okay, if you're going to give me nothing and I see you giving more to other women, then I'm just going to dead this. But then they still have their flirty chats and stuff. And she always brings up, should we run it back? Should like as like a joke. And he never says yes. He's always just like, oh, Jasmine or whatever. Because I think ultimately he knows that he might be not enough for her. So like he doesn't want to, it kind of reminds me of like, no, we can't even open that can of worms. It reminds me of another reality thing where it was like the man knew he wasn't shit. And so he wasn't going to give.
Who was it? Who are you thinking about? Tell me.
I think West Wilson knew he would never be enough for Sierra.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's like, I don't have the capacity to be as nice to her as she requires, as nice as she deserves, as nice as the fan base is going to like hold me up to the standards. Like, I just can't do it. I don't think Lorenzo is like a bad sociopath like West. I just think it's the same thing that he's like, I'm not what she needs. And I think Jasmine, like when she says to Kevin, she's like, if I wanted to, I would. I'm like, no, like you do want to. It's more like if he wanted to, you would. But we'll see. They also just might be like amazing friends, those two.
Yeah, that's true. But they could be amazing friends that date other people and then 20 years from now just like be the most amazing couple in the world.
They could be Harry and Sally.
They could be. So far, I think the only like solid couple on this show is Lola and Sean. They're a little boring to me.
They are a little boring, but there are couples who have been like this before. There's one in season 2 where they basically didn't explore because like they found their person. They were like, I love hanging out with you. You are so fun. And like, I don't need to be tested. And those people have children now.
Okay. That's beautiful. Fine. Yeah. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
All right.
But to your point, it's not because they're not allowed to explore. Everybody on UK, it is musical chairs. And they are so much more mature about it. And I think it's because their egos aren't so wrapped up in it. Like if somebody doesn't like you, it doesn't mean like you're not likable.
Yes.
Whereas I've been seeing a lot of like, especially with like Anaya, it's like she takes it so seriously. And I know where she's coming from. I totally know. Because Anaya lives in her dad's shadow. And so did I for a lot of my life. And so, and this is a little hot take. I never wanted to say this because people loved her so much immediately, and I didn't want to be like the hater. But did anybody else see Casey's eyes light up when she said who her dad was?
Yeah. I feel like you bring up a really good point. I also think the thing I always take from Anaya, because she's the first person we met on the show. She was the first woman introduced on the show. And she said something along the lines of, I'm going to find my Prince Charming and he's going to ask me to marry him and I'm going to say yes. And I was like, that's the wrong television show. That's Love is Blind.
Yeah.
And I think that Anaya is, you know, you're a Virgo, I'm a Virgo. We get it. Like, I think that we want to be perfect for everybody.
Is she
and
one?
we want to, yeah,
Wow.
she's a September Virgo.
Okay.
And she is, I think that we show up trying to be perfect for everybody. And we push our own feelings aside to be likable to other people. And then the minute that, because we think that we figured out the formula. And then the minute that person doesn't accept the formula, you're like, do you know how fucking hard I worked
for you? Yeah.
Yeah. And then now like you're doing this. I think that's what's happening with Anaya. But like, I think that the USA has always had this issue, but I think this season it's even more so that they're all functioning from this, besides Kenzie, of this idea of like, this is the person I've made one couple and that's it. I find UK so refreshing because every single episode it's musical chairs.
US is all ego and branding. Because they know what happens to the couples after, and they look at the finished product, but they don't look at the journey. Like the journey is supposed to be messy. And then you're supposed to make all like your cutesy TikToks afterwards once you've like found the one. I wish you watched UK last season because they were switching up until like the last day. And
I love that.
There are still couples that are together from it because they took the time and they figured it out. But, the Anaya Virgo thing, I like, yes, she is a Virgo, and that makes her similar to us. But like specifically the dad thing, it just spoke to me so clearly because it's one thing to have a successful dad. Okay. My dad's not famous, but he's successful. It is another thing to think that people like you because of that. And I think that that's where her headspace is because I have had that headspace as well, like before that, like, I was like, if someone likes me, it's because of like, they think I come with all these other things.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think that she is secure enough in herself as a human being, like yet. Like she has to go live out on her own and like be an independent person and like, I do think that this is another reason why people shit on her so much because they're like, you come from all of this like privilege and shit. Like, why aren't you more confident?
Yeah.
Like, they're like, if I was given all of like this leg up, like I would be like the baddest bitch in the world. Like you would never see me crying over a guy that like disrespected me.
Yeah.
You know?
I think also there is just a different way that Black women need to show up on television too. And I think that the pressure that comes from within the community, the pressure that comes from outside of the community,
totally,
the pressure that comes from living in America that is terrible to Black women. Like, I think that there's so much stuff that comes with that you can't show up on a television show like this and be your full authentic self. And because Anaya in the beginning, I was like, she's doing too much. Like she was pretending to be a person. And I love seeing her now sort of like being more of herself. Like when she said, I was about to fuck that man in Say Less, I was so happy for her.
She said that?
When she was making out with Carl in Say Less, she said, I was about to fuck that man and say less. I was like, oh,
that's the part of her that we want to see. So I completely agree with everything that like Black women have to show up and they're held to a much higher standard. But that the difference between Trinity and Anaya is Trinity has been her goddamn self the whole time. And she comes with that internal self-respect and like, she's like somebody that you look at and you go, I want to be that when I'm growing up. And Anaya is someone you look at and you go, I've been that. And whether you have empathy for that or not, that depends on, that will dictate how angry you are at her in the moment. This is the thing I enjoy the most about UK versus US is the UK fans have nuance and they change their opinions on the Islanders every day. The US fans don't. They either started out hating Anaya and they've been trying to build a fucking case about why you should too. Or they started out loving her and everything that she's ever done is, I'm just using her as an example.
Yeah.
With their Islanders of choice, they go, that's my client. And they either ride or they hate them the whole time. And I'm like, come on, you guys. Like it's supposed to be an anthropological show, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we should feel okay about all of them because they're full humans.
Yeah. And also, at the end of the day, you're going to forget them in a year because you're going to have to meet new beautiful idiots. I couldn't tell you who else was on the show last season besides like Nick and Alandria and like, I guess Amaya because she shows up from time to time, or like I see the people on like Love Island after the villa pop up on my Peacock. I don't watch it, but like I see it come up and I go, oh, right.
Oh, you. Yeah. You go, why was I so mad at you last year? I don't know.
I don't know.
The only person I've been mad at this whole time that stands the test of time, another Virgo, Huda.
Oh, God. I pretend like she's not. I didn't realize that she was a Virgo.
Yeah.
Oh, God. She's a lunatic.
She's the only one that I've been like, I think you're like not mentally sound for this show.
Not well. You are not well. Yeah.
And also been there, but wouldn't go on a show.
No, not as a mommy.
Mamacita.
Okay. Love Island UK. It's so good. My plan of my POA, as they say on the show, my plan of action is that I am going to catch up to where we are now, skipping over the unseen bits, and then I'm going to go back and watch the unseen bits episodes. Great. But you mentioned this thing about Lorenzo. His Saturday routine is ironing his bed sheets
in the afternoon.
While
listening to techno music.
Then going out and ending his night with 2 Ferrero Rochers in bed and a glass of water.
A bottle of water, but yes.
Oh, that's so hot to me.
He also folds his toilet paper.
Oh my God.
They have a whole conversation about like, how do you wipe? What do you do? And Aiden's like, you ball it up. And Lorenzo's like, no, you fold it.
Telling you, he's like a man amongst Neanderthals in that villa. You know what I mean?
He is so particular. Him leading everybody in skincare and yelling, respect the product when Tommy used too much. Like, I'm obsessed with him.
I also think I'm always trying to figure out who is on the spectrum and who is gay in life, because I believe that we all are. And I think that anytime a man is like bad at feelings, but really like particular about skincare, cleanliness, their routines, stuff like that, I'm like, either you're autistic or you're a psychopath. And most of the time they're a little bit autistic. And I think that that's great.
I think he's got a touch of the tiz.
He's got a little bit of the tism. And I feel like it's like kind of nice. Like, it's
oh my God, it's so hot.
It's so hot. Cause I also think my husband is like that. And so I think that's why it also works. Like, yes, he might be a little bit of a robot. It like takes him a little bit of time to like open up and get his feelings out. But like our floors spotless because he's obsessed with cleaning them. Like, and I love that. So it's like, I love that.
I also suspect that I have a touch of the tiz. I went to get diagnosed once. You have to do like a pre-eval.
Yeah.
And the woman goes, so getting a full diagnosis is very expensive. And if you ever need extra time, like you go back to school or something, definitely come back and get tested. She goes, definitely. She goes, but for now, I don't think you need to know if you have autism. And I was like, that is like the worst thing you could say to a person with autism. But I think whatever, like it doesn't, the tendencies are something beautiful.
It's stunning.
And
it's
it really
beautiful.
does explain like why he is so weird. Like he's just sussing stuff out. Like he's really, I think a lot of people are there to play the game, and he's there to be like, no, I really want to make like relationships and friendships. How do I do that in this world where like things are a little strange and I'm not used to them?
Yeah. You know what else I love about UK? And then we'll move over to USA, but I love the morning chats. I love that they all get into their beds. They all get in each other's beds. Sometimes it's three to a bed, sometimes it's three guys in a bed, sometimes two girls and a guy. And I love that they all chat and then they're like, "Hey, so I was a deck last night."
Yeah.
And then they like sit and apologize to everybody. And sometimes you accept it and sometimes you don't. But I love that because in USA there isn't that. And the other thing I love about UK, and you've pointed this out, is making coffee and making breakfast.
Don't get me started.
To mean something.
Don't get me started.
To mean something. And I love that they're like, "Would you make me a tea?" And he's like, "Yeah, I would make you a tea." And then the next day he makes her a tea, and he's like, he made me a tea because in USA they're like, "I've known you for 3 minutes, and now I need to get your breakfast and your coffee order,
full breakfast."
And it's so inauthentic. I hate it.
It's a different game. The game is, I guess, the girls need to be doing their makeup, so the guys need to find something to do. Like they all used to kind of cook together sometimes on UK. Like there used to be you would love this. On some seasons there was a date challenge where like a bombshell would come in and they would choose one person to make their starter, one person to make their main, and one person to make dessert. And so people would be cooking in the kitchen while preparing, and everybody's like watching these dates. And it would used to be 2 dates on the lawn, and everybody else is in the kitchen, like either preparing or watching or whatever. And like, it was so much more like community. Well, I guess, but I guess this is community building too. Is like they're like, we make breakfast, but it's I don't know.
I don't like it. No, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I find it so refreshing. I feel like UK, they're all actually trying to be friends with each other. I feel like the guys and the girls are like actually hanging out all the time. I feel like there is just a different vibe. That is why it's so random when somebody's like, "Do you want to go to the terrace?" And they're like, "No, I was just talking to a person." "What do you mean? Do you want to go to the terrace?" Like, that's so random.
Yeah.
You know, like, I love that. Whereas in USA, especially this season, previous seasons, especially like season 6, which was my first season of Love Island, I think the Leah, Janae, the PPG season. That I feel like that was one where everybody was legit buddies with each other. Last year it was a little bit more also because everybody was just like making fun of Huda together. Yeah. But this season I feel like it's just I don't see it there as much. I don't see the camaraderie as much. I only see it with like maybe Bryce, Zach, Hada, and Trinity. But like I like that about UK, that they all really do seem like buddies and there's like a respect for each other. And like the girls are always going to be there for the girls, you know? And when the guys fuck up, they're like, "Yeah, that was really stupid of you." Even the guys are like, "That was dumb." You know, like, I love that.
I think what has happened with US is that the producers are playing to the new viewers. And the new viewers make a lot of rules that like OG viewers are like, "Wait, what?" Like new viewers will get mad about friendship couples and be like, "You're not in a romantic relationship, get out." Whereas it's like sometimes that person is the glue to the house. Sometimes they are friends with everybody. They give good advice. We love to see them. They are personality. Like they're literally the personality hire or whatever. There was a girl season 1 of UK, Lauren, who was there the whole time as just a friendship thing. Like she didn't love it. It wasn't great for her because ultimately she did want romance. But everybody was like, "No, we're not sending Laza home. We love her." Like, you know, and I do think that the US producers, there's no tag on whether a thread is from somebody who's been watching for 10 years or somebody who just started.
Also, if they're a bot, no idea.
Or if they're a bot. Other thing. Yeah.
Because now that we have, unfortunately, Love Island being fucking bet on Kalshi, I think that we're also heard
about that this morning.
We're also going to run into a bunch of bots being online and trying to sway people and how they're going to be betting. And it's all fucking made up and it's all inauthentic and it's all going into the pockets of the fucking oligarchy. And like, it's just taking the fun out of it. Whereas UK, I feel like it's so silly and light. I also like in UK that they just fucking randomly have to couple up. I love that they're randomly like,
yeah,
I got a text, time to couple up, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, it's the middle of the day, and now
they
we're
don't
gonna
even
couple?
bother Maya. They're like,
No.
Maya, keep laying down wherever you are.
You're too beautiful to work today.
Yeah.
Let these kids do it. We're just going to send them a text. It's fine.
But that's another thing too, is
Yeah.
some of the US audience, they're going, where's Ariana? We haven't seen Ariana in days. I go, yeah, you're not supposed to see the host very much. They're supposed to be exciting and also to scare the Islanders to their core. Like it's supposed to be an event when they show up. It's not like a given, and like, please relax. You people,
please relax.
Please relax. Like you can't have instant gratification all the time. Like that's I honestly, UK feels like such a warm hug at the end of the night after I've watched US, because US, my synapses are just like freaking out. You know, like
well, also,
I am in fight or flight during US.
I realize that it's true.
My cortisol levels are peaking.
Well, it's also because of the way the shows are produced. Like UK, I love watching Great British Bake Off because it actually is such a relaxing show for me, because even though they're doing this really intense thing where there's a clock and there's like in Great British Bake Off, they have these really intense challenges and they have really like strict guidelines and all this stuff. And people are going to fuck up, and sometimes they make absolute dog shit baked products, but they're just like, it's fine. And at the end, when they get voted off or whatever, or when they like get kicked out, they're like, I had the time of my life.
I had the time of my life.
Yeah. Or like when they're like, yeah, I'm making this cake for my nan. She got run over by a bus, so I'm making a bus. And they're like, okay, amazing. And the music in the back is like very chill. Whereas like in America, they're like, I'm making this cake for my dog that I had when I was 12. And then you get like really dramatic, intense music and a picture of the dog, and just like, it's so,
and
it's
a countdown for how much time she has left. And it's always 5 seconds. And is she going to get it done in 5 seconds? And it's like, no, she's not. That's editing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that is the difference between UK and USA when they're making these reality TV shows. Something about, like you said, it is a warm hug, because USA, last night I had heartburn at the end of the night.
No, I literally like did a mini vomit. Like I woke up at like 2 a.m. and I was like, like,
no. Oh my God, wait. I feel like something happened then, because I literally could not go to bed last night because I was like, I'm nauseous. Why am I nauseous? What is this? And it has to be Love Island.
Something bad happened. We had a psychic moment that it's about to come. And the thing is, okay, so people who are listening, and I know that you know Noor already, but like, just to be clear, I love Bravo. I love TV where people yell at each other. That is kind of calming for me sometimes.
Yeah.
But this is like a different level of like, I don't know. It's like overdrive. I'll never stop watching it.
No.
Like, I have a friend actually who works on the show. And
is it the guy that they found in the background walking through the kitchen?
That's my friend. Yeah. No, a different person. But at one point they were like, so you're always talking about how much better like UK is. Like, why don't you just stop watching our show? I'm like, because I love your show. I love your show too. Like, don't worry. It's just different. I love it in a different way.
Yeah. I also wonder if our cortisol levels are really up because we went through all this summer house stuff and like we never got a chance to like come down on it. And now we're like we went straight from all of that to like Love Island. And it's just a lot. Can I
say something diabolical to you?
I would love for you to.
I haven't shared this on the internet because I don't want it to make its way back to Sierra, because I don't want to hurt her feelings. There was a freeze frame of Teffy I saw like a week ago where she looks identical to Amanda Batula.
Somebody said online that doesn't she kind of look like Amanda?
Somebody said that? Okay. I didn't want to be the one to say it because I was like, I don't want her to like have to like keep recording with this person, then like look at her and be like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, yeah.
But I showed the picture to a bunch of friends. I said, gun to your head, who is this? And they said, that's Amanda Batula with tattoos. That's Amanda Batatula.
So cute.
And I was like, that is so cruel. But also, like, I like Teffy, and like, she can't help that she looks like
they can't help
her friend who fucked her over.
They're two long-faced girlies. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Hot take. I like their faces, and I got really sad when people started saying, like, I don't even like when people call Trump like fat or whatever, or like, because I'm like, okay, well, there are fat people on this internet. Like, there are girls with aquiline noses on this internet. Like, you can't just you can just say she's a mean, bad friend. Like, she's a fucking bad friend. It doesn't have to be like her nose. Like, I'm like, shut up. Like,
wait. Speaking of noses, right now speaking of noses, the way that the lighting is, it looks like you have a nose on your nose.
Thank you so much. I don't.
The way the lighting is. Did we ever find out what it's called?
No.
And I don't know what that's like, because I have just a downward pointing nose because of my father, and so, but I do know what you're talking about. It's the nose.
You guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's like I don't know, 6th video on my Instagram, you'll see. I have problems. I see things and I can't not say things.
That's the tism.
That's the tiz. Yeah, literally. Oh, you got really obsessed with a specific nose type. What could that be? What do we think that is?
Do you watch Rhode Island, Real Housewives of Rhode Island?
Oh yeah.
Alicia, hello.
Has a little nose on top of her nose.
Also has the tism, because that dog collection.
Oh. Yeah, and she only likes very specific crackers, and I think that's because of like a textural thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, let's talk about Love Island USA finally. Actually in full. Since I last chatted about the show on the pod, here's what happened. We had the post Casa Amor recoupling. We had the incredible return of Carl. We had Megan Thee Stallion, and we got part 1 of movie night. So let's talk about the post Casa recoupling. Did anything happen here that shocked you at the post Casa recoupling? What did you think of that whole recoupling segment? First of all, Ariana's, was that the butt crack dress that she wore?
That was the butt crack dress, I believe.
But
I also unfortunately had to watch that episode like very, very sped up, because I like have a friend who sometimes doesn't let me watch the TV I want. So I want to hear your comments about the recoupling, because I can't.
Okay. I think that one of my favorite things about Love Island USA is when they do the needle drops that are specifically for millennials. Like when they do covers of songs, obviously we'll get into the heated rivalry, all the things she said. But
did your ears prick up? I literally sat up like a prairie dog. I go, it's time.
Loons, assemble.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I heard the music in the back, like before any lyrics were said, I was like, oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. It runs through my bloodstream.
We are sleeper agents.
But on the recoupling night, you had the cover of like Snow Patrol when like Bryce was running to Trinity, which I thought was
the bumper
really
cars
sweet.
song?
Chasing Cars.
Okay.
The Grey's Anatomy cover or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I felt like that was really for us. Like that was for the kids that were watching Grey's Anatomy in like high school and college.
And for the girls who yearn.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought the Bryce and Trinity recoupling, because like until Casa Amor, I was like, whatever, Bryce and Trinity are in a friend couple, which is fine. But then when this Casa Amor thing happened, and I saw that man just crying for her, I know that Bryce was really into her, but I wasn't sure that Trinity was really into him. But then when Trinity was like distraught and sleeping with the bugs outside, I said, oh, she's down bad for that boy.
Honestly, it's like Serena and Cordell.
Yes.
Like nobody thought Serena liked him, but Virgo, she couldn't show it. She was very austere or whatever, and they worked through it. Like, and there was also something someone posted about how Cordell wasn't picked on day 1, and he never made it anybody else's problem. Like just the difference between him and Casey. But yeah, I do love those moments that are for us. I love to remember having a crush.
That's a thing. I do love it. Like I
love
love
it
when he ran up there and he was like, I'm gonna cry. And she was like, I'm gonna cry. And even when she's talking about it, she's like, I like his humor and it's weird and it makes me uncomfortable, but I really like it. Like I was like, they really, really adore each other. Like they're having the time of their life. And I love that when he asked her to be his girlfriend, she was like, I just want to be one of those girls that's like, my boyfriend is 30. Yeah. And I think that she's so fucking funny. Like I actually thought immediately episode 1, I was like, oh, Trinity, I want to be her. I would like what you said. I want to be her when I grow up. She's 20 years younger than me. I want to be her when I grow up. I want to I just want her to win the whole show. I don't care about anybody else. Trinity immediately was like my number one, but it is really nice to see her have this like genuine relationship now with Bryce. And I believe in Brinity. Do you believe in Brinity?
I believe in Brinity. I believe in Brinity when Bryce was like, I can't laugh with these girls at Casa. Like he just wanted to have a giggle with his like best friend who he happens to be very attracted to. I think it's adorable.
It. Yeah. And you know how else I know that maybe Bryce like did respect her is because Bryce was going around the casa or going around the villa just showing everybody his dick, but he never showed it to Trinity until she was like, "Can I see it? Because you've been showing it to everybody else." And he's like, "All right, if you want to look at it." And I was like, "That's respectful and that's very refreshing." The bar's in hell, but it is very refreshing.
I was like,
Bars in hell when a man, you have to like ask a man to see his dick and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll show it to you, instead of him just being like, you want to see it?
Honestly, it reminds me of like a few years into dating my boyfriend, we were talking about like dick pics and I was like, you've never sent me a dick pic? And he was like, oh, do you want one? I didn't know. It's like, it's like, oh, you're sending them to all these other people? He's like, well, just ask.
yeah. I did stand up for a little bit, and I used to do this thing about like how
congratulations on quitting.
Yeah.
Huge.
It's still one of my favorite bits that I did, but I used to talk about how like dick pics used to mean something because I grew up in the early 2000s where like you had to take a picture with a digital camera and plug it into a computer and then upload it to the computer and then email it to a person. So you really, really, really wanted to show somebody your dick. Like if you were going to do that, it was a curated experience. Whereas now I feel like they're literally willy-nillying the dicks. And I don't think that there's any...
It's a canned response.
It is. It's like where's the artistry? Where's the thought process behind it? Did you think about the lighting, any of it? So I feel like
set
Bryce
design, a backdrop.
Did you groom yourself? Like
a green screen in case you want to take it places.
Yeah. Is there a story behind the picture?
Yeah.
Like,
what are we trying to say with the dick pic?
What are the feelings we're trying to invoke in this person when you send them a picture of your penis? Yeah. And I feel like that's really that's what's missing from dick pics. Men, if you're listening, if you want to really start sending dick pics again, you should really start to. You want it to be respected.
You have to go analog, okay? We want letters written on typewriters, and we want dick pics taken with cameras that are not phones.
Yep, exactly.
That's
exactly. All. And I can tell if you took it on your phone and printed it out of a computer. Okay.
I can tell if you 3D printed that dick.
We can tell if your dick is 3D printed or not. And I think that's important.
And that's
an important point. Yeah. That's important. Anyway, back to the show.
Because that's texture, just back to texture.
Anyway, back to the show. Of course, we had the big explosive Casey and Anaya non-recoupling. People had a lot of really big feelings about it. But my favorite thing, of course, was TT just saying, I'm TT. Because I was like, yeah, you are. That's a great way to like TT. Jump in.
I don't know who you are. I'm TT. Let's discuss. Now that's out of the way, let me finish screaming you into the ground. No, when TT and Trinity were yelling at each other, I was like, they're going to be best friends.
I know. And you know who loved it? Bryce.
Oh yeah.
Bryce loved it. People were like, look at Bryce. I bet he regrets his decision. I said, no, he's hornier than he's ever been. Okay. You think he doesn't know who he's with? Like, please. He was so happy.
No, I just loved, like, they were both so like, headstrong and like really good at getting their points across. And I was like, I'm on both of your sides. And I can't wait until you put this to bed and just like hold hands. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love that like it didn't even take them a full day. Like it was literally a few hours later, they're all changing their clothes. And she's like, listen, my issue wasn't with you, TT. It was with Casey. It's fine. And TT's like, yeah, I know, it's fine. It's okay. We're good. We're good. Everybody's good. Even her and Anaya, like everybody was totally fine with each other. They had a chat the next day and everything was cool. And I was like, this is what I love to see. Yeah. I love to see this. This is really nice.
Wait, what do you think about how great was Yasmin? We're switching to UK just for a moment, but Yasmin kicking Ellie off, sending her home. And then Ellie comes back and she's like, it's all good, girl. You know, like they completely made up. I was like, these women are so mature. I'm so obsessed with them.
Yeah, I love the compartmentalization. Like I recently had Chris Rose on the podcast, and he's a Real Housewives producer. And he told me
obsessed with Chris.
He's the best.
He's the best.
So he mentioned how on Real Housewives of New York when he was a producer on the show, he said when the cameras would go down, they would take a pause from their feuds and then they would go and hang out and have a good time and party together and then bring up the fighting again the next day because they knew how to like work for the show. Like they knew that in order for the show to work, we have to try to be normal with each other when the cameras are down. And I'm like, that's womanhood. That's sisterhood. That is community building. That is so professional. That's so smart. And I loved seeing that with UK also. UK, the girls are like, it's fine.
Yeah,
like,
it's fine.
Simba went and made out with Mika or whatever, Mika. And then Mika was like, hey, so Simba did try to make out with me. And Andrew's like, he told me that he prayed for me.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's fucking weird. And then they both were like, we're done with you. And that's like, I love that.
Whenever people are like, gossip's bad, I'm like, nope. Another anthropology thing. Gossip is a thing that mostly has been done by women and girls so that we can tell each other who is safe and who isn't.
Yeah. And the men created a way to villainize it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. We had the Meg the Stallion cake challenge. Oh, wait, by the way, real quick on the recoupling, I did love that Melanie and Sincere got recoupled only for Melanie to just yell at Sincere. I was like,
okay, here's my thing with the recoupling that I've been thinking about. I wish they had had Anaya go first. Because I'm curious if she would have chosen Carl if like 4 of her friends hadn't decided to stick right before her.
Yep. That's something that I've seen people talk about a lot online, and I've been sort of picking up on it, which kind of goes to like, again, Anaya not being sure of who she is yet. Yeah. I think that when Melanie and Sincere are fighting, she wants to pick a fight with Casey. When Melanie and Sincere are good, she's like, I really like Casey. And I think that if her friends hadn't gone before her, she would have probably gone with Carl. But because all of her friends were like, I'm staying loyal to my man, she was like, I guess I am too, because like everybody else's luck turned up, so I must be lucky too.
Everybody's luck turned out well, and also like I don't want to look like the bitch that abandoned the man. Like,
yeah,
again, I've been her, you know, like where you're so much more like, well, I don't want to be like that bitch who broke that guy's heart to other people instead of like actually taking care of like, how do I feel? And like,
yeah,
I don't know who it was, but somebody on UK, someone asked him his type and he said, I like when people are fully baked. Like, and he didn't mean high. He meant like fully completed, like you have been molded, you have put in the kiln, you are baked, you are complete. You don't have to be perfect, but you are complete and you are solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that is good.
And that's, I want that for her. I want her to bake.
I know. And you know what, Carl? He's baked.
Carl is baked. And I'm really interested because the internet has been reading his facial expressions during the fight that they're like, some people are like, oh, he's done. He's off of her. And some people are like, oh, he's into it. And I'm like, I need to know what the answer is.
Yeah, yeah. I think that when KC is trying to defend himself, I saw some people like catch the background, and Carl is like disgusted
he's like,
with KC.
Yeah.
Yuck. I mean, speaking of baked, it was a great way to have Carl and Amora return. I thought that that was really fun. But the cake challenge with Meg the Stallion, maybe I'm like being too sensitive.
No,
but,
you're
like,
not.
I hated the men pelting the women in the face.
I hate it. I also hate them making the women sit on cakes, or anybody sit on cakes, really, because that is a fetish thing. Like, do you remember after Two Girls, One Cup, which I never watched, made it safe? But there was like another video that was going around called Cake Farts. And it was this girl sitting on cakes and going, cake farts. Like, this has been early, like, E-Baum's World fetish shit that, like, none of these people would do. And, like, I literally am a sex podcaster. And sometimes I'm like, am I Carrie Bradshaw? Like, in the way that, like, she's always like, don't ask me. I don't eat ass. You know, like, when I watch Love Island US, I'm like, am I prude? Like...
No, legit. Yeah. Every time. That's another difference between UK and US. In UK, they're just snogging. In US, they're like, we're going to spill milk into your mouth, and then you need to spill it into another person's mouth. And then you're going to have a hot dog swing into your throat. Yeah. And then you're going to put it in your butt. And then your partner's going to eat it out of your butt. And then you're going to pick somebody else's butt to eat it out of. And you're like,
and all while this is happening, there is slime directly into your eyes, into your ears, into your butt.
It's so Nickelodeon.
It's literally, I'm like, is this a Dan Schneider production? Like, there's feet and cum everywhere. Like, it's really disturbing to me. And also, so the first time this year that they had any foot shit on UK, I think it's because they were like, well, they're doing foot shit on US, like maybe whatever. And I think Jasmine got like very offended when Lorenzo's like, I'm not putting your toe in my, like, like he's like, I iron my sheets. Like, I'm not doing that. And she took it very like he doesn't want my feet. He's like, no. I don't want feet. Period.
Yeah, I'm glad you think that, because I thought that the cake thing was weird. I was like, I don't like the sitting on the cake. I don't like the getting pelted in the face. I felt like there was something.
It's very violent.
It's so violent.
It's very violent, very rude.
It was weird and rude. And the men, like, I felt like each time the man should have been like, let me just pelt myself in the face, because no woman deserves this, because we just made Soul cry because we kept pieing her in the face.
Yeah. Oh my God. And like, there are more sensitive pieings on UK. They don't shove them like that. Like, I've seen ones where they've like gently like tipped it into the person's face, you know, where they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I have to do this. It's just a game or whatever. Like this felt like it was like a break the room, you know, like those things where like you can like break glass or whatever, but it's like, but you're doing it to the women you're hooking up with. And it's like, I don't like that. I've been watching with a friend of mine who's never seen the show before. And he was like, wait, so what's going on? And I was like, obviously it's the twerking challenge where Megan the Stallion comes to sell her bathing suits. What are you talking about?
It's now a staple of the television show. What is your problem?
Yeah, that's episode 25 every time.
Well, welcome to America. Yeah. We have a pop star come and sell their things. Carl and Amora return. Immediately, Sincere is shitting himself. He said, what is the sign language for SOS? Because I don't know.
Yeah, but he's so slippery.
He's so slippery.
Like, he's so... I rewound several Sincere conversations where I was like, let me see how this man's going to get out of this. And like, he just weaves words, man. It is... I don't want to be like him when I grow up, but I do think it is something I've never seen before.
Yeah, it's he does this thing where I think that he does a lot of like therapy speak in a positive way, and then that's how he gets out of it, right? Like the fact that even after movie night he said, well, it's obvious I say a lot but mean a little.
Literally.
And I was like, okay, so you are aware of your snakery. Like,
Yeah.
you know who you are. You know that you're a bad person, but you think that just by admitting that you're a bad person, you are now like forgiven for being a bad person, but you're still a bad
But it
person.
does soften it. When you're arguing with somebody and they agree with just at least something that you've said, your walls come down a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas we're talking Summer House, Amanda Batula, whenever somebody is fighting with her, she starts with no, but,
Ugh,
you know,
God. Yeah.
he has ascended to a different level of sociopath where he goes, well, I don't know. I'm not going to label him a sociopath, but he goes, yeah, you're right. You're right. I
You're
did
right.
this,
Yeah.
this, and this is how I was feeling. And then, like, he doesn't even really defend himself. It's just kind of
Yeah.
like, yeah. And like, from my perspective, but also I understand your perspective. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, there was a guy who I grew up with, and he's cheated on every girlfriend he's ever been with. And I once said to him, I said, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what's going on? Why? And he goes, Remy, I don't know how to explain this, but when I'm in front of a woman and I'm saying I love you, I genuinely mean it. And he goes, but then I'm in front of another one and I genuinely mean it then too. Like, he's like, I'm just like living in the moment and like I feel bad, but like none of my feelings are fake. They're just all happening at once. And I'm like, okay, well, that's called polyamory. And
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
there is a lifestyle for that. And like
Yeah.
it requires more scheduling and it requires more conversations. But like
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
exist. You don't have to put yourself in a monogamous relationship and then just be like, but I keep having this thing happen to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where women are so hot and I can't help it.
And I can't help it. I'm just hot for them.
And it's not even they're so hot. I'm in love with he's in love with them when he's looking at them. He's like,
you think that's Kenzie? You think how Kenzie's feel? That's how Kenzie
yeah,
feels.
maybe. They both just love being gassed up and like having someone feel in love with them.
Yeah, maybe they like the way they make the other person feel, and they're chasing that feeling.
Well, you notice
more
what Kenzie
so
says about Dylan is always, I love how you make me feel. She never says anything really nice about him being like, I think you're so smart. I think you're really funny. It's, I love how our conversations go and how you make me feel.
Oh, she is, by the way, people have a lot of things to say about Kenzie, but she is doing the Love Island game the way that it's supposed to be done. She and Corbin are Love Islanding it up.
Corbin Dallas.
Gabriel also
Corbin, my man.
Also Gabriel. Gabrielle. He also did Love Island the way that it's meant to be done. And the rest of them are just like these like very sensitive, like they're in couples and they're very touchy about who touches whom. And oh well, he already made me breakfast, so that's it. Now we're gonna get married. And you're like, no, but you're supposed to be doing stuff with other people. But
you know who's not getting a big enough villain edit? Zach.
Oh God, I can't fucking stand Zach. Let me tell you something. Zach and DJ James, I've said this like so many times.
DJ James Kennedy.
They have the same last name. And now I'm just like being a hater. Apparently their last name is like, it's like the Greek Smith. Like everybody has it. Greece, it's like very common. It's like, but ever since I made that connection, when Zach whines or when he like is trying to defend himself and he gets I'm like, that's so DJ James Kennedy coded. He's got a DJ James Kennedy-ness about him.
Wow. Yeah. I'm going to have to sit with this for a while, but yes. But my thing with him, he's been fucking Kata. They've been fucking
since the end of the first week. They said, off you go to the hideaway.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And he did say to her, I'm going to keep getting to know people and stuff. But the timing of when he said it, like it was like right after. And that feels like weird to me. And it feels weird that he hasn't said anything about Alana. Like,
Kata doing that Alana math
Amazing.
in the middle of moving night. I mean, okay, let's just jump over to movie
And
night. Yeah.
waiting for the Anaya Casey thing to be over. She just waited and waited. And then she goes, so I just learned something new.
Oh, Cater. I'm so happy for you. Wait, before we get to movie night, let's just talk about the Kenzie, Jen, Gal, Dylan of it all.
Yes. The gall. So he had the gall.
The gall. So Kenzie is with Dylan. Jen is with Gall. Gall obviously hates Jen. Jen, poor thing, can't catch a break. She's like, I'm a hot blonde with big tits. I don't understand why nobody wants to fuck me here. I don't get it. And Gall is like, no, I actually can't stand you. She's like, can you be nice to me? And he's like, yeah, but I don't want to be.
He's like, you're yelling. You're yelling and being mean to me. And she's like, oh, what?
She's like, I barely say 4 words.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, well, I can't stand you. Anyway, I think this is done. And then, of course, Kenzie goes and she makes out with Gall. And then she goes and tells Jill.
Little too much tongue for me.
She says she's like Aiden. She's like Aiden and Tommy from UK. Yeah, she's like, it's bandits. Like a handshake. Mm-hmm. She's like, kissing is like shaking hands. Like, you need to figure it out. She goes and tells Dylan, and Dylan immediately starts sobbing. What would you do if a man started sobbing to you because you kissed another man?
I would say, oh my God, I didn't realize you liked me so much. Because I didn't realize he liked her so much.
No, I didn't either. I was like, oh, wow, he's really into her.
To cry. Okay. And then how funny. She consoles him, says, okay, we'll close off. And then behind his back, you can just see the most depressed face that we've ever seen on Kenzie. That she's just like, what have I done? It's like the end of The Graduate. They're like driving away and she's just like, hello, darkness, my old friend. Like, I'm not going to be able to kiss again. Like,
yes.
I don't know. I don't...
And also, I feel like
I think she is more suited for Gall. Honestly,
she is more suited for Gall. Also, we don't know what Kenzie's type is. She loves a cowboy. She loves a boy from Miami. She loves a surf shop. She says she wants to have babies on the beach. I love that she's like, Dylan, what's your dream date? And he's like, I don't know, like a picnic or whatever. Maybe like a charcuterie board.
Yeah, I'd love to have sex on the beach. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I would love that. I've always wanted to. I want a clam slam on the sand, so that it is the most painful sex we've ever had.
The worst kind of sex that there could ever be.
Ever. But that's another thing that just points to how young these people are. Like, I also wanted to have sex on the beach when I was a child.
Yeah.
Because you think it's cool. I want to have sex on a plane. No, I am 36 and my knees hurt. I want to have sex in my bed. And I also know, I know that those places, like, they're just sensationalist. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which is exactly what the show is.
Well, also, there are also places where men can get off, but women often don't. Hello, how come podcast?
Sometimes it takes someone else to say it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Like if a man is saying, let's meet in the bathroom in the airplane, you have very limited time. No woman is getting off in that period of time.
The thing is, though, I think Kenzie can come from...
Oh, she's coming from anything.
Yeah, I think she's good at it. I think she could do it anywhere.
She can.
And I'm proud of her. And in that vein, I want to be you when I grow up, Kenzie.
And then we have this chat. Jen sits Kenzie down. They have a conversation about Gall. And Jen says amazing stuff. She says, if this wasn't Love Island, you and I would not be friends because I don't trust you.
Yeah.
And Kenzie's shocked. Kenzie's like, how could you say that about me?
Kenzie. But her rebuttal, too, I hated because she's like, actually, no. Actually, I'm a good friend and a good person. And it's like, but in this instance, you're not.
You're not.
And she's telling you that you hurt her feelings. So all that you can really say right now is, I'm so sorry. And on the outside, no, I wouldn't do this to you.
Yeah,
but this is the name of the game. And maybe their friendship isn't so sturdy. Maybe just being two white girls doesn't automatically make you good pals.
Yeah. And we saw that because when we went to movie night, Jen was like, I'm not trying to fuck any guy here. Let me put on these big ass glasses. Let me get cozy with my friends. Let me sit back, give me a popcorn. I'm going to enjoy this because I know there's nothing I did to piss anybody off. So I'm just going to be watching other people. And I just loved it. Jen, I feel like she went through like a metamorphosis. She became a new person, I feel like, by the end, because she was also making a lot of comments during movie nights that like made sense. I was like, okay. Who you are, Jen. That's great. She's like, don't move into the world titty forward. Like you have a brain and we should start seeing that part of you. It's too late. The show is almost over. So
it's just that the boobies enter the room much faster.
I know they do. They really do. Sweet Jen.
We had no big titted representation until Jen.
You're right.
And then somebody on Threads was like, look at her posture. And I was like, how dare you? Yeah. You don't know what it's like to carry these things around.
They're like, why is she sitting like that? Yeah. I'm like, you've had small boobs your whole life, but the rest of us have really bad back pain.
Sorry, you are not aching and therefore hunching. Yeah, I like that she said that to Kenzie, though. I thought that was like a very real and like maybe a good wake up call for Kenzie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do think she should be with Gaul.
She should.
Kenzie.
I think I think that Kenzie should be with Gaul because Gaul's gross.
Because Gaul's gross.
I think Kenzie. Yeah. Because I think Kenzie likes that. Kenzie likes a gross guy. That's kind of why she liked Corbin, because Corbin was like kind of a disaster, and she was like, I don't care.
Take a mustache ride right on out of here, you two. Like,
oh my God.
But I love them and I'm happy for them.
Yeah. Also, I'm happy for Kenzie because she's like, if there's a man in my bed, I'm getting off.
Yeah.
So
this is something that I do say to single people a lot because I've been asked relationship things. And I always say, hook up with as many people as you want, because you never know when that is going to be the last new makeout you ever have in your life.
Yep.
And like truly, they casted a bunch of, I said casted, that's so bad. They cast hot people on this show. And you're hot and young and you're not committed. I would make out with at least 4 of them.
Yeah. And also they were all in high school during COVID. So they missed like 2 solid years of being able to kiss a lot of people because they were so scared of dying of COVID. So they've got a lot to make up for. And I say, go for it. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Okay, let's talk about movie night finally. Start with Kata and Zach. Kata hates it. She's upset, but she really pulls it together. Also, what a face card. What a stunning beauty queen.
I'm obsessed with her.
This is when we got all the things she said. Incredible. I did notice this episode that the men are wearing like sweaters. And I was like, is it cold at
cold
night?
For movie night, yeah.
Yeah, it was very strange to me. I was like, Zach is
Christoph turns down the temperature from his little Truman Show thing.
Zach and Kata had their thing. It was fine. Zach was just like, I apologize. And I was like, I hate when guys say I apologize without I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wes Wilson does that too.
And then on the show, we saw Casey and Anaya's situation, but you can tell based on Melanie's makeup smears that I think that Melanie and Sincere, we saw those videos first.
Yes. And thank you for saying that. It was important sleuthing done by the community. And also there was another question going around of why were the girls screaming at Casey and not screaming at Sincere? And I think the order of things, like, yeah, if they just sat through Sincere lying and nobody said anything to him, then the next time a guy has something that like they're going to grasp onto, they're going to let the floodgates like roll. But also, I think the girls were taking cues from the women most effective. Like, yes, I think they were like, Anaya's mad, we're mad. Melanie wants to just rule this situation and not talk about it. We're gonna rule.
Oh God, Melanie, the way her voice went up like 15 octaves and she was like, it's fine. She's going. I was like, Oh my God, you sweet little baby angel.
Little Melon. I love her.
And Sincere's stupid fucking hands that go up every single time he has a point to make. He's like, what? 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 It's Patreon exclusive. Look at our hands. And
our faces look really dumb.
What? Like, okay, what? Like I don't get it.
It's like an 8-year-old. It's like a 12-year-old. You know, it is a child going, well, literally, how come? Why?
Yeah. No, it's exactly correct. Every time Sincere does that, it does remind me of my 12-year-old son. That is exactly the way he behaves.
Right.
So the Casey clip plays first, where he is obviously disrespecting Anaya. We knew that this was going to happen. And then there's a clip of Anaya with Carl, and all the girls are oohing and eyeing. And this is when Zach and Sincere are like, what?
Yeah.
Double standard. I don't understand. And at one point, I think it's Sincere that actually has the nerve to say, I mean, he was exploring too, and you're exploring too. I guess the difference is like he was being disrespectful, but it is a double standard. You know that he was being disrespectful. You just said it.
And also the difference is she saw it. Yeah. She wouldn't have moved that way if they didn't roll out that little classroom VHS, you know, and be like, hey, we're not doing bio today. We're actually watching your men kiss other women.
Yeah.
And I don't think she would have moved that way ever if she hadn't seen that.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's the difference.
That's the difference. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, I loved it. Again, one of my favorite things, and the only way I believe that you are meant to watch Love Island is to cheer when men get yelled at. I think that's the point of the show is as long as women get to yell at men, I'm having a really, really good time. So I loved it. I loved it. I didn't love that the episode ended with, of course, the Sincere and Melanie soul clips.
I know.
That made me nauseous. I think that's what made me nauseous.
The thing is, those are the longest. Those are not clips. Those are short films.
Yes.
And we needed 2 of them. Like there's another one. A second plane is about to hit the villa. Like it's going to be fucking crazy. Somebody also did like, she photoshopped the Titanic box set, and it was like Soul is part 1 and then Amora is part 2, and I was like, this is so perfect, because Melanie won't change her mind with part 1. She needs the Snyder cut, you know, like she needs so much evidence. And I don't know how it's going to turn out, but like him saying to Amora, like, if we had more time, it would have been you. That should be the final nail in the coffin. Like it has to be.
And then the thing is, I know exactly what he's going to say. He's going to say, yeah, but look, Amora came in and I didn't do anything because she was here and she's been here for a day and I haven't even talked to her. I called her big dog. And like, so it's fine. Like, obviously I don't like her. Like, yeah, I know I fucked up. I said the wrong things, but I was just saying it because like I wanted to leave. And you're like, okay, but you're still an asshole.
You still did those things.
You still did those things. And that's how he gets away with it. That is how he gets away. Do you think that Zach would have brought back Alana? I actually think that Zach would not have brought back that woman.
He keeps saying that he already knew. But one of the girls, I can't remember her name, Jessica Alba, Casa girl.
Jen.
No.
Jaden.
Yeah. She said on the side, she said he did say it made his decision easier. Her getting kicked out.
Yeah.
And I also thought that was interesting editing because if you watch like when Kate is figuring it out, Jaden is saying stuff like off screen. Like they don't show who's saying it. And I don't know if that's because they want to still create this divide between the Casa girls and the Villa girls. But I was like, why won't you show her saying it? Like,
yeah, because there was a closed caption at the bottom that popped up that people noted, and it was like it was exactly this whole thing about like it made his decision a lot easier or whatever. But yeah, she's like, it's weird, Zach. I've been letting you put P and V and you didn't tell me that this girl was kicked off the show and that's why you picked me. Like,
and
please.
You keep saying, if I wanted to bring her back, I would have. That's not true.
That's not true.
There's no possibility for you to have, because she sang the N-word in a song. Okay, so she's gone.
Also, I think it's so funny that these people just leave. They actually never tell them why they leave. They just are removed from the casa. And the HR, because I believe that the way HR is supposed to function is that when you do corrective action, this I know from working in corporate America, when you take corrective action, you're not supposed to tell the people what the action is and why it was taken. You're just supposed to be like, okay, well, they did something that broke policy and they had to be removed. And you're like, that's it. I wonder if that's what happened to George, the Targaryen.
So George was kicked out because of bad stuff. But then he also had family drama going on at the same time, and PR lets them say their piece. So he just said, oh, I had to leave for family issues. But like the real thing is a slur. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, not shocked based on what he looks like.
No.
Okay. Not to stereotype people, but that's a stereotype that fits.
No, you're right, is a Targaryen and
and possibly inbred like a Targaryen.
Perhaps.
Finally, what I would love to get your opinion on this. You do have a sex podcast. There's a lot of lust shaming going on.
I know.
In the villa, and I'd love to hear your opinion about it.
I don't know where they got this
lustful.
This word and this like hill to like die on, that they're like that person likes sex and so they should leave. You know, they're like, it's not Lust Island. I'm like,
it is.
Have you noticed the challenges you guys have been doing?
Maybe you guys don't realize it because you're getting slimed like the fucking Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, but there's a lot of lust going on here.
There's a lot, and it's not something to be shamed. I love lust. Lust is, I mean, unless it's done disrespectfully, where it's like you are fetishizing someone or you are treating them like an object, or I really didn't like when Sincere said to Amora, thank you for letting me experience you. I don't like that stuff. But is lust not a part of attraction? Is like fucking like Maura Higgins coined the term fanny flutters because she walks into the villa and she said, oh my God, he's so high. He gives me fanny flutters. And like, I love lust. Sure. Yeah. As long as it's coupled with like nice intentions and like respectful actions and like.
And consent.
100% consent. Yeah. Enthusiastic consent.
Yes.
I would love them to. There's one of my favorite people who is now married to a different islander and they have kids together from UK. Got like fucked from behind while
good for her,
like in a bed with everybody else in the room. Like that's kind of what this show was built on. And like I don't get why maybe they're saying like, oh, he's just here to like fuck around, or
yeah, I think what happened is the girls made that decision about Gabe. Yeah. About him being lustful. They thought that he was just like going around. I mean, he was going around tongue forward, just like tonguing people down. Yes. But maybe that, you know what I mean? But I think that's the thing. Is like you kicked him off because of that, because you thought that he was too lustful. Apparently people said this is like a Gen Z, Gen Alpha thing. It's like a thing that they started using is lusting. And maybe I just don't understand it. But I can say I hate it because lust is great. Lust is important. Your very first meeting with these people, you guys made out, all of you, with each other immediately. So that's part of the show, especially in USA. So why are we lust shaming? You know?
Yeah, let's not. Like everybody is screened for STIs. How fantastic.
Amazing.
Like there's condoms everywhere. There are people who are ostensibly there to keep you safe. Yeah. You know, like there's like there's psychologists on set. There's psychos on set. No, but there's psychologists on set where like, yeah, you should feel comfortable to like let your freak flag fly. Like this is a pretty controlled environment, I feel.
Yeah.
I do. I have heard that about Gen Z. that they have less sex with each other.
Okay.
I don't know if that's, I don't know why.
Everything is a recession indicator, so I feel like that has to be too. But
I'm
also
okay
makes me
with them
sad.
having less sex with each other because I think it makes them better at masturbating, which is, I think, the
Yes,
thing
the key.
you should
Yes.
master that before bringing your wares to the public. That was my fatal flaw.
I would love to be on your podcast to talk about
Oh
that.
my God, whenever you want. But yeah, I think they should be able to have sex and not be shamed for it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I loved it. I loved last season when it was like, was that Hannah? Was that her?
Oh yeah, Hannah was
Yeah, she was having a great time
getting off
in
as
the villa.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that people should be doing more of that if they feel comfortable to do it. But I think that also in this particular cast, now that the word lust has been going around, the women are looking at Kenzie sort of sideways. I feel like I think they're too young to understand the difference between a woman who knows what she wants or a woman who's trying to get off versus
A slut.
like a slut versus also a fuck boy. Like, I don't think that they have agency or understanding on those things. So they're just kind of mishmashing it together. But stop lust shaming, guys.
Yeah. The thing that Kenzie did wrong, it wasn't making out with Gall. It was not telling Dylan that she intended to do that and not telling Jen and then not apologizing to Jen.
Yeah.
And you know what? What she did wrong, she shouldn't have closed off with Dylan because that's not where her heart was really.
No, she wants, and also
that was
I think,
people pleasing. That was honestly just like, shut up.
yeah,
Like that was like,
yeah.
okay, it's over. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. And also I think Kenzie's like, but who's going to make me delicious lattes in the morning? Because I think that if I close it off with you, Dylan, Gall's not going to make me coffees anymore.
Right.
And that's a big part of it.
You have to then make your own coffee, girl.
She doesn't know how.
You know?
She doesn't know how. You know she doesn't know how.
Get
she
baked.
barely knows things.
Get baked. Learn how to do stuff for yourself. I literally moved to LA. My boyfriend lives in New Jersey because I was getting too good at weaponized incompetence. Who's more independent than me now?
Look at you. You got a couch instead of a bed.
Sometimes you have to go out on your own. Get a couch.
I love this chat so much.
Me
this
too.
is so amazing.
I wish we could stay forever.
I know, but I do have to go and take care of my 12-year-old son. Otherwise, he's going to have his hands up
be
and
like,
be an
"What?
idiot like Sincere. What?
You said. Noor, thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God. Okay. Tell everybody about your podcast. Tell everybody about the show that you're doing.
Okay.
Tell everybody all the things.
Okay. So my podcast is called How Come? I started it at 27 years old because I had never had an orgasm and I wanted to know how come and how do we do that? And it ran for 6 seasons and then it ended. And now I am bringing it back to Edinburgh Fringe as a solo show. And it is the even more uncensored telling of the story behind the story and what happens when you become known for your most embarrassing thing and when people are calling you a sex guru, but you just learned how to come yesterday. So that will be running all of August, Edinburgh Fringe. You can find the link at remykassimir.com, or if you just search my name and Fringe, it should all pop up. I don't know how many people we know in Scotland, but tell your friends.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah. And I'm low key writing it on the fly, so it'll be a really immersive experience.
That sounds so cool. I'm so excited. Congratulations. That's really, really fun.
In my culture, we say congratulations, but
okay, I love that.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your culture with me. Congratulations
Thank you so
to you
much.
on your podcast.
Thank you so much.
Also, I think Love Island would be better if everybody was coming more.
Yeah. Oh, and if you guys are interested in seasons 1 and 2 of Love Island UK and you want a buddy to watch with, I did 2 seasons, one with Emily Wilson, who's a great comedian, and one with Lily Michelle, who's a great comedian. And yeah, you watch every episode and then you have like us to talk or to hear about our thoughts. And we also have like a glossary at the end of every episode where we talk about what British terms came up and what they mean.
Oh, I love that. That's culture. That's cultural. That's actually anthropology. That is sociology.
That's sociology. Yeah.
That's history keeping. Like, I love that. I love that so much. Yeah. That's women in STEM as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you so much. And yet we cannot calculate our time difference.
Yet today to record, it took us several tries.
It was a lot.
I said, how many carry the 3? I don't understand.
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
I said,
we used that little like thing with the sliding beads.
Yes. Yeah. Abacus. And abacus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when you said 1 o'clock and I have to subtract 3 from 1 p.m.
Impossible.
My brain shuts down.
No.
My brain says, no. I go back 1 hour. That's 12. I can't go beyond that.
You go negative
11?
Negative 2 o'clock. Okay. Plus or minus 2 o'clock.
Thank you so much for being here. I love this chat. Guys, all of the information that Remy just shared will be in the show notes. So go and check that out. And listen, this episode is coming out on Thursday morning. I hope everybody listens to it and doesn't get mad about the takes that we have. And I hope that we all take an antacid before movie night part 2, otherwise we're all going to be vomiting at 2 a.m. for no reason at all.
Movie night part 2 sponsored by Pepsid.
Exactly.
And yeah, you guys, if you are mad at our takes, just remember what we said about learning new stuff and like changing your mind and like love us. Just love us.
Yeah. And also women are allowed to have whatever opinions we want because we are living in an oppressed society. So it's not really like we have that much control or change. So
yeah.
Okay.
Take that. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.